Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today, on Halloween, we are going to be taking a look at the NECA Halloween 2018 Retro Cloth Michael Myers. So yeah, obviously it's Halloween, so I thought why not take a look at a Michael Myers figure? Only makes sense. So taking a look at the box, you've got the famous James Courtney Michael Myers mask from the poster, Michael Myers, Halloween, same on the side, got a nice picture of the figure. Just focus there we are. On the back, nice picture of the figure holding his knife and a bit of a description. It's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived the vicious attack from the crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. She now faces a terrifying showdown when Michael Myers returns to Haddonfield, but this time Laurie is ready for him, because you go girl. And yeah, in the front you get a very nice viewing window of the figure with his very few accessories of the knife and the hammer. So without any further ado, let's get the figure out of the box. Box was a little bit creased when I got it. So we've got the figure nice and displayed in the plastic, accessories taped in. You all know the standard by now. Here we are. Now, because this includes fabric, you do get this little silica gel, so it's like you do with all fabric figures. It's a bloody knife. And his bloody hammer. So get rid of that. And so here we have the Retro Cloth Michael Myers. So, taking a look at him, very, very nice sculpt. I like that they've blackened the eyes, because me personally, I always prefer when you can't see the eyes on Michael Myers. That's just me. I know with their Ultimate lines, they tend to give you the option, like if you want his eyes visible or not. Personally, I always go with the blackened out look, just because I think it's cooler. But yeah, there is a lot of really great detail here. Especially in the hair, really like that. Obviously, this is a size bigger because the Retro Cloth line aren't the same as the Ultimates. In fact, I will just bring in the regular Ultimate Michael Myers from 2018. So, you put them side by side. You can see that there is a difference in scale, but honestly, there isn't that much of a difference in height. So, just putting the two face sculpts together. Now, this is the most recent version, and I'm not going to lie, I think I actually prefer the Retro Cloth just ever so slightly when it comes to sculpt. I will say that this version maybe has a more accurate shape, but I don't know, I just prefer the sculpt and even the paint on this version. So put him aside. And yeah, it's really nice. I love the tailoring of the coveralls, as you Americans call them. We call them overalls here in the UK. Yeah, it's very nice. Got a black shirt underneath. Now, I did notice this is actually held with Velcro, so you can just undo that. The shirt actually only goes to here, and it's taped on, so you can see Michael's very flat abs right there. So yeah, that's just held on with Velcro, so can undo that. If you want to, for whatever reason, take the overalls off, it's very easy. I've actually tried it. I probably won't do it for this video, but I do have a really big complaint with this body. You've got your usual floppy legs, and that does make him quite difficult to stand. Now, a few years back, I did actually review the Halloween 2 Retro Cloth, and in my opinion, currently, that is the best Michael Myers figure that NECA ever made. And I heard that there were some problems with this one due to the body. I was hoping that because this was a reissue, they might address that problem, but I don't think they have. I know this is getting reissued again soon because, you know, there's a couple of shops that have said pre-order, so who knows, maybe they will have updated the issue, but I don't know if I'll be buying another one to find out. So if you roll up his sleeves, you can see got the pale skin, you've got the nice bloodied hands. Same on this side. Very cool. He doesn't come with the blown off fingers, so this is before, I'd say, first half of the film, Michael. Yeah, you got his boots. They have quite a nice bit of detail on them. Very cool. They don't swivel, sadly. They only go forward and back, or up and down. So, like I say, that there isn't really too much options for display. Now, there is actually the first problem. I don't know if you guys can see this. I try and stand him up, and look, he immediately he likes to lean forward, and that's because of how loose the legs are. Now, I did have an idea of maybe just take the coveralls off for a bit, maybe stuff some blue tack in there, because I don't really think I'm going to stand him any other way than this, just stand straight up. But the articulation, aside from the legs, is actually pretty good on this guy. Not so much on the head. So the head can do a full 360, but it can't go up or down or side to side. It's just a rotation joint. He's got a rotation at the waist. You can bring the arms out to 90 degrees, but it does look a bit strange, I will say. There is a rotation at the bicep. There's a 90-degree bend at the elbow. And then you have full rotation at the hands, plus they can go forward and back, which is nice. And then at the legs, there is a leg swivel. You can bring them forward and back slightly. There's a 45-degree bend at the knee. It really doesn't give you that much. And then, like I say, the feet can go forward and back. So articulation is good for the top half of the body, but not so much for the bottom half, unfortunately. That's where this figure does suffer. But I suppose when you balance him, you can get him. But like I say, mine has a tendency to keep leaning forward. But it's not too bad. So like I say, he does come with his two accessories. The hammer, which has got this brown handle with the wooden sculpting. And then you've got this gunmetal grey hammerhead with the blood patches on there. A little bit of a sculpt defect with mine. I could always just file that down. And then the main attraction, his bloody knife, which looks really nice. Yeah, I will say the blood does look a bit comical than the 2018 version, but it's still good. Nice detail on the handle there with the little metal bits. Yeah, very cool. And both of these can be slotted into his hand. We'll do the hammer first. He can hold the hammer very easily. Like, you could always get him in a sort of like he's like, come here. But this hand is very, very tight, and I have had quite a few issues in getting the knife into the hand, but it just takes a bit of patience. Maybe heating this up would be a good idea, because you don't want to break the accessory. Let's just get his Velcro closed properly. Line it up. That's better. But yeah, overall it's a nice figure. I mean, it looks good. It's just a shame about those articulation problems. So overall, would I recommend this? I would say if you're a completionist, yes. I would say if you own, as I say, the Ultimate 2018 Michael Myers or the Halloween 2 retro cloth. If you collect the retro cloths, then naturally you're going to want this. But would I recommend this as a definitive pickup? No. I would say, it's a real shame about the articulation. It does feel really clunky. I do like the tailoring of the overalls. I think it's really good. And I do really like the head sculpt and the paint. But I do feel like they could have thrown in a couple more accessories with this. It only coming with the knife and the hammer, I do feel is a bit, cheap. And the hands are removable. You can pop them off, because that's how you get the overalls off. So I don't see why he couldn't have come with his, with his hand with the blown off fingers. Or maybe he could have come with a swappable head. I'm not going to try and take this head off, but, maybe one where he has the bullet wound in the side there. Just maybe even the pumpkin, like the pumpkin with light up. Just a little thing to give you more bang for your buck. And this is more expensive than the ultimate Michael Myers. The ultimate Michael Myers goes for about 35 to 40, depending on where you get it from. This is around 40 or 50, depending on where you get it from. So I actually got this for about 30. I got it in a bundle with some other, excuse me, with some other NECA figures. So yeah, I have to take that into account. I don't think it's a bad Michael Myers figure by any stretch of the imagination, but for me personally, I do just prefer the Ultimate 2018 version, despite the issues that I've had with it, like this hand snapping off. But what would be a NECA figure without a breakage, am I right? So just to do a quick comparison, we shall bring in the Hell Priest himself, Pinhead. Absolutely love this figure. As you can see, he is significantly taller than him. And then we'll bring in the Lab Escape Predator. So just to give you an idea, so the Predators still are quite taller than him, well that's obvious because Predators are supposed to be significantly bigger than people. So yeah, just to give you a rough idea of the different scales. Now, as I said, personally, I massively prefer the Halloween 2 retro cloth. Like I say, best Michael Myers figure NECA have ever made. And yeah, this just, this did come out first, but you would think if they're reissuing it, they might want to address some of the criticisms, instead of just using the same problematic. I mean, look at that. The same problematic body again, but like I say, if I wedge some blue tack in there, I'm sure he'll stand completely fine. And I did get this a bit cheaper than retail, so I'm not really going to complain. Love the painting on the mask, love all the detail, it's really, really good. I love the blacked out eyes, love the hair. Yeah, it's a pretty good figure. It's just, I have to be honest, guys, I have to be honest, when you have problems like those loose floppy legs, it really does throw off a figure, and it could have done with a bit more accessories, if I'm being honest. So overall, I'm going to give it a 6.5. I would say if you're a completionist and you're a big Michael Myers fan like myself, definitely add this to your collection, but just take those little things into account. Now, just because my legs are floppy, does that mean yours will be? I have no idea, but I do know that there have been some complaints about this body, so I really wish they had used the new one that they brought in, but I do believe there's actually quite a size difference. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Halloween 2 Michael Myers is significantly bigger than this one. So, like I say, that could be the reason. But overall, it's a nice figure. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Do you prefer this version or the Ultimate version? And yeah, have a happy Halloween wherever you guys are. Stay safe and happy, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye, guys.